It is now my pleasure to introduce Volodymyr Zelensky, President of Ukraine, who will make an online address to the Assembly.
Thanks so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention to Ukraine and for supporting our people and our country. And let me praise Slovenia today. It's hosting the NATO Parliamentary Assembly now. Slovenia has supported us from the start of this war, like other free nations, and we value that. Robert, Mr. Prime Minister, thank you for your personal engagement. And Marcos, Mr. President of the Assembly, thank you for the invitation today and for your support. First, a frontline update. This matters because our people have held back another wave of Russian attacks in Sumy and Donetsk regions. And that shows, again, Russia cannot achieve its goals when our unity generates enough support. Russia has failed many times to carry out Putin's order to take Donbass. They keep delaying this senseless goal. In summer, they told the United States of America and others they would achieve it in a few months, by October or November. Instead, it is our troops who are pushing forward now. Our results are possible because we no longer face the big shortages of regular weapons we had before. Some items are still missing, but we are working hard to ramp up our industry so it can supply more. I want to stress we are steadily increasing production of our own weapons. More than 40% of the weapons on the front now are made in Ukraine. But every package of military aid from your countries still matters. And please keep supporting us so we can keep the Russians on the back foot. The worst things are for Russia at the front, the greater the internal pressure on Putin to negotiate seriously. Second point, to cover up their failures. On the ground, Russia has started a new wave of air terror against Ukraine, against our cities and civilian infrastructure. Their main targets are our energy systems. Every day, every night, Russian missiles and drones hit power plants and transmission lines. And this is a brutal attack on normal life, and it is dangerous. To defend against it, we need systems and missiles, air defense systems. We cannot fully produce it in Ukraine. Yes, we have started making interceptor drones to stop Shaheeds, and we have mobile strike groups and aircraft. But Russian strikes are mixed and use many cruise and ballistic missiles. So that systems like Patriot, NASAMS, SAMP-T, and others are absolutely vital. We are talking to everyone who can help with air defense systems and with missiles. Before winter, Putin hopes to use this terror to break our resistance. We must not let that happen. So I urge you to advocate in your parliaments and governments for stronger air defenses and the missiles we need. And the decisions are needed in the coming weeks on both systems and missiles. Russia must learn it cannot terrorize any country with impunity. Yesterday, I spoke with President Trump for the second time in 2 days. We went through details: air defense, Patriot systems, Tomahawks, the energy equipment we need, and the need to stop partners buying Russian oil. Even if Hungarian guys claim it helps their election chances, in the long run, it undermines their country's security and Europe's. For Putin, every billion meters. You cannot be part of the free world and at the same time fund those who want to destroy it. We also discussed the Pearl program. This program helps us buy American weapons, including missiles for Patriots, and it helps convince the US administration that America's alliance with Europe and other NATO partners matters. I thank the countries that have already joined this program, Pearl, the Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Germany, Canada, the Baltic states, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Iceland. And I thank Slovenia as well for its decision to join. Thank you. It's important that the pledged contributions arrive and are used quickly. They save lives. Some funds have not come yet, and we hope other allies will join the Pearl program. It will help. Air terror is Putin's last move. We must stop it, deny him victories on the ground and in the sky, then real diplomacy becomes possible. There are delegations from almost 50 countries here, from Europe, the whole alliance, the Middle East and other regions. This matters. We now see that the war in the Middle East is finally ending after so many victims. There is a real chance for peace. It was difficult, but it's happening. Russia's war in Europe remains the biggest source of global instability, and it depends on all of you whether this war will end too. Putin can be forced into peace, just like any other terrorist. Even Hamas is now preparing to release hostages. If that is possible, then Putin can also be forced to restore peace. One more thing. Please do not ease sanctions on Russia. Strengthen them. Sanctions limit Russia's war machine. We also need pressure on those in your countries who continue to supply critical components for Russian drones and missiles. No Russian missile or drone would fly without parts from other countries. This is not only China and Taiwan. Some components still come from European countries and from others around the world who still cooperate with Russia's manufacturers of death. Our team can provide all the facts, and we are ready to share any information you need. Please take this up in your governments. By stopping Russia now, you are not only helping us protect our lives, you are helping yourselves. And you spare your leaders from having to do what I do, appeal to the world for help if Russian drones, missiles, and soldiers become a threat to you. Russia must lose. And on that basis, we must build a real system of guaranteed security, one that does not depend on shifting geopolitics or election moods. Dozens of countries are already part of this project, 35 countries in our coalition of the willing. Please support it at every level, in your parliaments, in your media, and through quiet diplomacy. Security must be guaranteed, and when it works for us, it will work for every country that needs protection. Thank you. Slava Ukraini!